Confirming the donation was made, but denying that Prince Charles brokered it. In a statement saying, the Prince of Wales Charitable Fund has assured us that thorough due diligence is undertaken in accepting this donation. The decision to accept was taken by the charity's trustees alone, and any attempt to characterize it otherwise is false. Correspondent Maggie Ruby. A report says the NBA is investigating the Knicks for possible tampering in the free agent pursuit and signing of former Dallas Mavericks star Jalen Brunson. That's according to ESPN. Teams were not allowed to make contact with an agent or player to discuss the deal prior to 6 p.m. on June 30th. Brunson agreed to a 4-year, $104 million deal with the Knicks that night. Brunson has a number of ties to the Knicks. His father, Rick Brunson, was recently hired as a Knicks assistant. Today is World Lung Cancer Day, a day used to raise awareness about the leading cause of cancer deaths in the United States, and a day when health officials encourage Americans to get screened. A new American Lung Association survey shows nearly 70% of Americans are not familiar with the availability of lung cancer screening for early detection. Dr. David Cook is the Chief of General Thoracic Surgery at UC Davis Health.
Of all the Americans who are candidates, only 5% of Americans undergo lung cancer screening.
Guidelines now recommend screening for people between age 50 and 80 with a 20-past year smoking history, and current smokers are ones who have quit within the last 15 years. Correspondent Danya Backus. Wednesday time 2:36. The last race for the Flash. 10-10 wins. Entertainment is next.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When the parts fail and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Ranger is with you, and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support by phone or click the chat. Call usranger.com or just stop by. Ranger, for the ones who get it done. This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repair. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repair. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-676-5919 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-676-5919. That's 800-676-5919. What do you have to lose? Call 800-676-5919. Again, 800-676-5919.
With Nissan 238 now. 10-10 wins. Entertainment. Goodbye to the Flash. The CW says its DC Comics superhero drama will end with its upcoming and abbreviated 9th season. 13 new episodes are coming down the pike, with production scheduled to begin next month. CBS may be taking the stage while doing mandatory military service. South Korea's defense minister says the K-pop superstars may be allowed to practice and perform overseas, even if they are serving. Here's Brian getting an assist from a former quarterback at the CMAs. Brian and Peyton Manning will co-host the 56th annual award show honoring country music's best. Wednesday on 2:39.
Feeling old and decrepit because of knee arthritis pain? Taking pain meds like they're candy? Giving up everyday activities as your pain worsens? Looking down the barrel of major knee replacement? Left untreated, arthritis can eat away at the joint, slowly becoming bone on bone. If you've tried pain meds, cortisone, physical therapy, or vitamins without relief, you may be a candidate for the NYC Pain MD program. NYC Pain MD's doctors combine precision digital imaging with natural FDA-approved arthritis formulas, nerve blocks, even stem cells to turn your pain off and rejuvenate your knees. After treatment, you'll leave with nothing but a 1-inch Band-Aid. No surgery, no hospital, no toxic meds. Many pain sufferers are now able to walk, bend, climb stairs, even play golf or tennis. Many insurances, including Original Medicare, may cover these advanced treatments. Call today for a no-cost screening appointment. Call 800-600-KNED. That's 800-600-5633. 800-600-KNED.
The station you know, the people you trust. 1010 wins.
The Newswatch never stops. This is 1010 wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. 71 degrees at 2:40. I'm Lori Madden, and here's what's happening. 3 people are injured during a transformer fire near the National Tennis Center in Queens. A new lawsuit filed against the city's outdoor dining program. Mayor Adams supports that program, but says it might be in for some revisions. 1010 Wind reporter Julia Papa with the details coming up. NYCHA residents asked to weigh in on a new survey about their living circumstances as part of the city controller's audit. 3 batches of banana boat sunscreen spray recalled due to traces of benzene. The Empire State Building lights up in tie-dye tonight on what would have been Jerry Garcia's 80th birthday. On Wall Street, the Dow and Down 1010 Wind AccuWeather says partly cloudy with some late-night fog, low 71 degrees this evening. Partly sunny and hot tomorrow, high 90. Wind News Time 2:41. Time for traffic and transit with Greg Rice.
Well, Lori, yet again, all lanes have been reopened on the Cross Bronx near Webster Avenue. Had a crash block 2 lanes, and then everything was reopened, and then the fire department blocked the lane, but now they're gone. So the eastbound Cross Bronx at Webster Avenue, everything now moves, but at what cost? Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. It's going to cost you about an hour on the inbound upper level of the George, 45 to 60 on the inbound lower because of all of that earlier trouble on the Cross Bronx. Northbound and west side, the least bad getting you out of town. Southbound Deacon's your runner-up, and that's slow from Fordham Road. Lincoln's about 15 minutes in. Outbound, no more than 10. Holland, about 20 on the outbound ride. Inbound Holland, no more than 10 minutes. Bronx down to Whitestone, starting to load up. Throgneck construction's done. It's better either way. Citybound Midtown Tunnel, bit of a mess. Northbound FDR loading up to the Queensboro with a stall. That's got you at a crawl from Waterside Plaza. Staten Island Expressway, here we go. The westbound mess from the Verrazano all the way on out past the MLK because of the earlier construction and now the ensuing rush hour. Traffic, our next report at 2:51. I'm Greg Rice on 1010 Winds.
We have an update to a story we've been telling you about this hour on 1010 Winds. 3 workers suffered minor injuries as a result of a transformer fire in Flushing. This happened this afternoon right near the Billie Jean King National Tennis Center at Shea and Meridian Roads. Another lawsuit is looking to end the city's outdoor dining program, and while Mayor Adams says he supports the program, he also says the city needs to take a look at possible changes going forward. 1010 Wind reporter Julia Papa with the details. Mayor Adams says it's vital for restaurants to survive and thrive.
Whatever I can do to help our restaurant industry that employs dishwashers, waiters, busboys and girls, this is an important industry and it is an indicator of our city.
He supports the outdoor dining program, but the latest lawsuit is putting a crimp in an effort to make it permanent. It says the structures have generated rat infestations, garbage storage, and locations for homeless and drug use. The mayor admits there needs to be uniform standards, and some structures need to be modified and less permanent. Julia Papa, 1010 Winds News. Wind News on 2:43. If you live in a NYCHA complex, the city controller wants to hear from you. Controller Brad Lander's office is doing an audit, and he wants to hear about your concerns and issues. He spoke to Newsline today.
We're going to follow up with them. We're going to prioritize our audits based on what we hear from them, but we're also going to ask them for feedback as we actually undertake the audits, as we develop the recommendations.
One of the many issues at NYCHA complexes is the state of the playground. A report by the city says nearly 100 NYCHA playgrounds have been closed due to safety concerns, some due to lack of repairs and old, decrepit equipment, others because of crime, particularly drug dealing. Mayor Adams was asked about that today.
We're going to do an analysis of every playground that's closed. I'm going to find out why, and we're going to get a timetable on when they're going to be open. But I'll tell you this, there won't be a playground closed because there's illegal activity. We're going to fix the illegal activity.
If you are a NYCHA resident and you want to weigh in on the audit, you can find the online survey at the city controller's site. Wednesday time 2:45. An investigation is underway in Mineola after a 39-year-old woman was found dead in her apartment. Police had gone to the victim's fifth-floor apartment for a wellness check, and that's when they found her dead. She had been shot. She lived in the Allure Mineola, which is a luxury building, and she worked for the management company. Residents of the building found it hard to understand because they said the victim was well liked by just about everybody. Maria, who lives in the building, called the victim sweet, but said she did have some problems. She had complained to some people about her boyfriend being very jealous, but nobody saw anything, like that. The police had not released the victim's name, and there's been no arrest, nor any details about a possible motive. Carol Dioria, 1010 Winds on Old Country Road in Mineola. A little boy and his father wound up in the hospital with severe burns after a playground brawl erupted in Bushwick. 1010 Winds reporter Roger Stern with more.
Police say Felisa Del Toro was upset when her son was hit in the head with a soccer ball next to Hetshire Playground. That led to a fight during which she allegedly knocked over a pot of boiling grease. The hot oil burned the boy on his back and arms. His father was burned on a foot. The burns not life-threatening. In addition, a 15-year-old child went to the hospital for minor injuries after being hit in the head. The 36-year-old mother faces 3 counts of assault and 3 counts of reckless endangerment. Roger Stern, 1010 Winds News.
Winds News on 246. Today may not have been the best beach day, but before you head to the beach this week, a popular sunscreen has been recalled. We'll have that story next.
Hey everyone, it's Kenny Mayne, the host of Hey Maine, the Kenny Mayne Talks to Famous People podcast. Made a list of people we thought would say yes, and most of them did. Not going to call out the others who didn't. Actually, what the others do mainly is don't answer. They're not really saying no. So really, our potential audience for guests and for listening audience is the whole planet. No one really has said no. So we want you to find it on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
At Metro by T-Mobile, you can save more now that you need it the most. Get one line of unlimited 5G for just $40, period. Taxes and fees included. That's the lowest price in prepaid. Plus, choose from the largest selection of free 5G phones from brands you love, like Samsung. Switch now and save more. Only at Metro. If congested, the fraction of users greater than 35 gigabytes per month may notice reduced speeds, and Metro customers may notice reduced speeds versus T-Mobile due to prioritization. Video streams in SD requires eligible port-in. See store for details.
This is a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup sound experiment. We're looking to find the perfect way to hear Reese's so you'll buy more of them. Here we go. Reese's. 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 And get out of here, you little stinker. Reese's. Reese's. Oh. Peanut butter cups. That breathy one sounded very creepy, am I right? Tide presents Laundry Truth, Cold Hard Savings.
Oh, hey, about to start a load. On hot? You know, washing in cold water with Tide can save you up to $150 a year on your energy bill. $150? Go on. The lower the temp, the lower your bill. Simple. Plus, Tide Pods are designed for a powerful clean, even in cold. Wow, cool tip. Get it? Oh yeah, I get it.
Turn to cold and save with Tide. Energy savings based on average from switching from hot to cold and non-AC machines.
Winds News on 248. The company that owns Banana Boat Sunscreen has issued a voluntary nationwide recall after benzene was found in 3 batches of the product. The Edgewell Personal Care Company says the recall is for batches of Banana Boat Hair and Scalp Sunscreen Spray SPF 30, which is packaged in aerosol cans. The company says an internal review detected trace levels of benzene caused by the propellant that distributes product in that packaging. According to the CDC, benzene is a flammable, colorless liquid that can cause certain blood cancers, including leukemia. What's news on 249? An update today on President Biden's rebound case of COVID.
The isolation continues as the president is still testing positive, though his doctor says he's feeling well. Mr. Biden was supposed to be at his home in Delaware today, and he was set to travel to Michigan tomorrow. But the continued uncertainty over when the president will finally clear the virus has led to a bit of scheduling paralysis. Aides to the First Lady say Dr. Biden continues testing negative. She remains in Delaware and was last with the president on July 20th.
Correspondent Stephen Portnoy. The California tree that has been called the tallest living tree in the world is now off limits to visitors, who risk a $5,000 fine if they try getting up close and personal.